PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code Cajun, all caps, CAJUN, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with another PWCC Weekly Auction Top 100. Today's episode is unique to say the least. Before I start, I just wanted to remind you guys that homage.com, HOMAGE.com is the place where you need to go to get these badass NBA Jam shirts and millions of other clever kind of mashes between pop culture and sports. If you're an NBA fan, an NFL fan, an MLB fan, go to Homage, but don't just go to Homage. It's easy, homage.com. Go through my affiliate link. If you look in my YouTube description, go to my YouTube channel, hit the About button, go down to the bottom. If you click that link, everything you buy on Homage for your girlfriend, your wife, your kids, your nieces and nephews for birthday presents, if you buy them stuff off of Homage, you'll a little chunk of that money will go to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. So we're on the PWCC Weekly. This is weekly number 86. Today is September 11th. Thoughts and prayers go out to all those people who were all of us were affected, but those who were truly most adversely affected by the events that transpired on September 11th many years ago. I'll never forget where I was that day. I got in a car and drove 11 straight hours in a rental car just to get back to my wife and children because it was one of the scariest days of my life. And it's just a reminder not to take things for granted. Some of the things that we have, specifically I'm speaking for Americans and the things that we have and that we care the most about in this country. Those things are earned, not given. And a lot of thoughts and prayers go out to the people that were affected most adversely on September 11th. Okay, let's get cranking. Let's talk about cards. I've got screen share pulled up here. This is going to be one of the most unique weekly auctions. I've got numerous images that I had to pull from the internet. You got to watch it to see it. Some of these things, you got to put the women and children to bed. Wow, it looks like I have a part in my hair. I promise I don't have a part. Let me see if I can fix that. I don't want to look like Vanilla Ice here. Is that better? Oh, that's better, yeah. Okay, so first card, Karl-Anthony Towns, flawless laundry tag, does $12.60. The LeBron, I'm going to pull up a chart on this because I want to show you something that's absolutely mesmerizing and miserably disturbing. The 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron James PSA 9. I'm not sure. I know the PSA 10's gotten crushed. I'm not sure any card's been crushed as bad as the PSA 9. Watch this. Last night, this one sells for $1,260. This is the chart. I did a custom chart from the high point, okay? So on Card Ladder, if you want, you can set your custom chart. So you'll see down here in my date range, I started with February 3rd, 2021. That is prime, perfect storm, peak, crazy 2021 first quarter bubble. The card on that day was worth about $10,610. It even went higher than that. It actually got to $11,000, believe it or not. That is an 88% drop since that date, February 3rd, 2021. I just wanted to share some horrific news so that from this point forward, all of the information that you're going to get can only get better from here. But that's what that looks like. If we switch this card to the last 3 months, it's still going down 17.11% over the last 50 sales over the last 3 months. I think the hobby has just determined that 3,890 is just too many of one card. Moving along, Draft Day Inc. This is a rookie, Luka Doncic, and it's serial numbered, and it's an on-card, as far as I can tell, autograph. From Absolute Memorabilia, $1,290 because it's a PSA 8. Real good looking Kyrie patch auto right here, rookie, $1,290 for that 8.5. Another, here's what's weird, the Karl-Anthony Towns sold for $12.60. The same exact one-of-one laundry tag card for Saddiq Bey sells for more. Let that sink in. I'm not sure what that's about. I know it's Saddiq Bey's rookie, but for God's sakes, what's happening at the world? A patch auto, Jokic, good looking serial number to 10, flawless, does $14.40. The PSA 9 refractor Durant rookie. These were serial numbered to 1499, 1,470 for that card. 1998 Fleer Brilliance. These cards are gorgeous. If you've ever had these cards in hand, these are beautiful, beautiful cards, which is more than I can say for Dirk Nowitzki, his rookie year. 1998 Dirk Gold. Those are serial numbered to 99. PSA 8, not a muscle in his body, never did have one. MVP of the league, Alpha Ring, one of the greatest power forwards to ever do it, 1,470. Triple auto, PSA Authentic auto is 6. Bird, Magic, Doc, all three of them on there, 1,470. Dual patch LeBron Kobe PSA 7, serial number to only 15, pop 1, none graded higher, 1,500 for those two legends. 1997 Ultra Stars, not Ultra Stars Gold, Ultra Stars PSA 7 does 1,500. If I recall, the PSA 10 of this copy of this card, the PSA 10 copy of this card just recently did a wild number. You guys can check that out on your own. This is the PSA 7 right here, 1,500 for that one. And Anthony Davis, rookie from National Treasures, notable nicknames rookie. What does that say? I don't even know what. I gotta click it. I'm sorry. I should have done my research. I don't even know what that says. For the brow, far the brow. I don't know what that says. Somebody help me out. Somebody read this out to me. It's serial number 3 out of 25. It's notable nicknames where the players, they sign the card, but then they sign their nickname next to it. I have no idea what that says. Something, Fear the Brow. That's what it's going to say. Fear the Brow. Okay, that's his notable nickname, the Brow. Yep. I don't know why. Can't imagine. Here's a card I do want to look up. And Anthony Davis is going to be a recurring theme. I am not an Anthony Davis collector, but he did make the NBA Top 75 to the exclusion of Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, and Dwight Howard, which to me is preposterous. That's just me and my personal opinion. Dwight Howard was the biggest snub, and I don't collect Dwight Howard either. I don't even own a single card of Dwight Howard that I know of. This 2012 National Treasures, this is his true RPA, amazing patch. BGS 8.5 with pretty good subs. Serial number to 199 does 1530. I've got the cards sorted by date sold. That is down. The last 4 sales, listen to this. 2880, 2250, 2000, 1530. You notice a trend there. Guess what the highest price ever paid for this card was? $4,000 in January. About, what is that, 18 months ago, 19 months ago, something like that. So this card is very much on the decline. People are not high on Anthony Davis, apparently. Kevin Durant 101 Platinum, 1,560 from Flawless. This is just as good as it gets right here. If you're a Portland fan, shout out to all my fellow Lillard collectors, Lillard PC guys. But this Clyde Drexler number pieces is just a beautiful, beautiful card from an incredible set. 1,560 serial number to his jersey number, of course, 22 right there. One of the maybe the second best shooting guard during the 90s, right behind Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Duncan Go Nuts Pippen PSA 10. 1590. That's a pop 11, by the way. And then this is something, tuck this price away. This is a BGS 9.5 quad gem Dwayne Wade. BGS 9.5, serial number to 250. It does 1,620. I'm going to jump up. Be patient with me here. Remember this right here, 1620 for the quad gem. Same exact card, PSA 10, autograph 9 does 1860. Which would you rather have? The PSA 10 autograph 9 is a pop 28, but it's a 9 autograph. I get the cards a 10, same exact card, 1860, or the quad gem, BGS 9.5, 10 autograph, 1620. I'm going BGS 9.5 all day long. I know that PSA, trumps BGS, but there's something about it. That 9 autograph drives me nuts, man. Let's keep rolling. I can't believe this. This looks like Jason Tatum. It looks just like Jason Tatum to me. 1972 Dick Garrett. His friends called him Dick Sherritt. 1,680. That's a pop 2 card. I don't need to look it up. I am going to just go out on a limb and say that's probably a record. Black Refractor LeBron. These were serial numbered to only 500. The PSA 9 does 1,710. A Kobe Opulence Golden Vintage serial number to 79. BGS 910 for the auto does 1,770. Tops 1972 Tops Roger Brown does 1,770. A great pacer, Roger Brown. The 2003 Bowman Rookies and Stars Chrome LeBron James PSA 10 does 1,830. We mentioned this Wade, which shockingly outperformed the BGS 9.5. I am almost that's my card. This was my card. In fact, I'm almost positive this was my card because it's a Pop 1, and I owned a Walt Williams BGS 9.5. I had this card in my set. So I am 100% positive. In fact, well, I shouldn't say 100% positive. I'd be shocked if this wasn't my PMG Red Walt Williams. And, of course, Walt Williams, the Wizard. These PMG Reds were serial numbered to 100, but we know there was only 90 because 10 were green. One of the very few BGS 9.5 PMG Reds you will ever see. Hopefully this went to a great Walt Williams PC collector. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it's a set collector. 1,860 for this Walt Williams BGS 9.5. Art Becker. This looks like a custom card where someone was trying to make fun of vintage cards and vintage players. And it's a Conquistadors card, which a lot of people may not remember. Wilt Chamberlain was a member of the Conquistadors, and I'm almost positive he was a player coach. I might be wrong on that. Somebody double check me. But I know Wilt did play for the Conquistadors. It was a very short-lived ABA team. This is the 1972 Art Becker. All of him in his glory and splendor. 1,860 for that Pop 2. Another 1972 Chet Walker PSA 10. 1,860, also a Pop 2. An Atomic Refractor Jordan PSA 9 old label. Let's look it up. 1,950. I thought I looked that up. Did I not look that up? Yeah, I did. Here it is. This is what the card's done over the last year. We know the PSA 10s are running. PSA 9s are doing well. This one's way down from the last one, though, which jumped all the way up to 2,663. This PSA 9 does 1,950 right here. And this was the original Atomic Refractor. This doesn't say Atomic Refractor in the name up here on Card Ladder. I hope they got that right. Yeah, they did. There's the regular refractor, 689. The Atomic Refractor here, 1,950. Still way up over the last year, but significantly down from the last sale of 2,663. Caldwell Jones. I used to make jokes about Caldwell Jones because at one point I think he was the oldest player in the NBA. And, you know, on those old cards, when you flip the cards over and you can see their statistics, you couldn't even read it because there were so many years of basketball that the numbers were too small. Even when my eyes did used to work, I couldn't read it because there were so many years of statistics for Caldwell Jones. This dude played forever. 2010 for this PSA 10, 1976 Tall Boy. These cards always remind me of knockoff jambalayas. And again, I don't mean that to sound disparaging because I know these exceptional, there's a blue, there's a red, I don't know, there might be a green. I don't know much about the product itself, but I know these cards are highly sought after from 99-2000 EX. The Kobe BGS 9 does 2,040. This is the blue. Those were serial number to 250 apparently. Duncan Go Nuts Tracy McGrady PSA 10 smashes Scottie Pippen as it should. Raptors McGrady here yanking down a rebound, does 2,070. Shockingly, a Kevin Garnett 2019 1-in-1 Timeless Moments autograph, serial number to 5, raw, does 2,400. A Vince Carter serial number to 1 of 1. This is a masterpiece. 2,000. Oh, it's a black box. Sorry, black box. If you don't know what a black box is, look it up. Black box, white box. 2,520 for this Vince black box. Choice green, these were serial numbered to only 8. So pretty rare card here. Not a color match, but does look good. Kind of visually appealing. It kind of flows together with the blue and the green, I think. This PSA 9 LaMelo, Pop 3, only 2 graded higher, only 2 PSA 10s out there, only 8 of them exist. 2,520 for that LaMelo, and that is a rookie card, by the way. Him and Ant's rookie year. 97 Metal Universe Championship Hardware, big card, low grade, PSA 7, 2,520 for this Jordan. I do have it pulled up. Here we go. It looks like the last 4 sales of this card are 2374, 2550, 2518, 2520. It doesn't get more consistent than that. If I'm if you ask me, it looks like the card is it did well. Like 2520 is a big sale by my standards, because if you look back at 2374, that was right, like we talked about, like we looked at with the LeBron 2003 Topps Chrome, that was right at the heart of the first quarter of 2021. So for the card to sell for more today, or last night on September 10th, 2023, than it did in 2021, right in the middle of that first quarter bubble, I think that's great news for the Jordan market and great news for that card. Cazzie Russell was a great player. 1970 Topps Tall Boy. Cazzie Russell PSA 9 does 2520. The Doc sticker does 2640. That's right on the number based on recent comps. And then right next to that, you've got the 2003 Exquisite Collection Doc with a 3-color patch in there, and it is serial number to 100. BGS 9, which is a high grade for that, only 2 higher. It does 2760. A second-year Olajuwon PSA 10. Very, very tough card to gem. 87 Fleer was a bitch to gem. 1/4 of the print run, approximately, of the 1986 Fleer, and even more condition sensitive, even more ridiculous gem rates. There's only 39 of these second-year Olajuwon Fleer. Again, sorry for the star people. I know he's got a star rookie card. Second-year Fleer, we'll say. PSA 10 is a pop 39. 2760 for that Olajuwon. Keeping along, we've got, I feel like I see Jim Walker in damn near every single auction recently, and I'm not sure why. This is Jalen Rose's dad. This PSA 10 is a pop 3, 2,880. The gold standard RPA, one of Giannis's most recognizable, most traded 2013 RPAs. This is his gold standard. It sells for $3,000 in a BGS 9. And then the Chris Mullin PSA 10 does $3,000, which is about right on the number. You're just gonna have to trust me. One of the lower pops of all of the Hall of Fame rookie cards from 1986 Fleer. Roe Blackman is one of the lower pop 86 Fleer. So if you're chasing the set, Roe Blackman's one of the linchpin cards, one of the tougher cards to get. I don't want to call Roe Blackman a common, because he's not a common player. He's a very good NBA player. Formed an incredible backcourt with the great Brad Davis, who's oft mentioned on my channel for his shorts and his hair and mustache, but also the great Derek Harper, who's an incredible two-way guard that played for those great Mavericks teams in the 80s as well. $3,000 for this Roe Blackman. This dude, Bird Averett, is high as a kite, and he's wearing one of those puka shell I don't think that's a puka shell necklace. Maybe it is, but could not possibly be any more stoned than he is in this picture right here. 3,120 for that PSA 10. That's a 76 tall boy. Another 76 tall boy, Elmore Smith, right next to him, Milwaukee Buck. That's a PSA 10 pop 3, 3120 for Bird, 3120. The other Bird, not Larry Bird, the other Bird, Bird Averett, the one who was high. He predated Larry. And then this is where all hell breaks loose. This is one of the more legendary cards in the hobby. Everybody out there who is a Randy Denton collector, please forgive me. But this is just unacceptable. This is why guys like JJ Redick and all of the talking heads say that you can't compare eras because people like this were kind of wandering on the court in 1972. Apparently, this is Randy Denton, who played for a team. The only team that might be more obscure than the Conquistadors is the Tams. This is a Pop 1 PSA 10. Randy defied all odds and logic and sold for $3,120 last night. And when you see this card, all I can think of is this. I don't know if I'm crazy, but that's what I see when I see this card right here for Randy Denton. Right next to that, we got a Jordan 1986 Star, Best of the New Old. Very confusing title to the card. As usual, we have Kelly Tripucka's ass cheeks in the picture, so that's probably has a lot to do with why the card sold for so much. Kidding. It's a Gem Plus with a 10 for edges. $3,240 for this one. I'm not sure if I looked that up. I think I did. Yeah, I did. $3,240 is a monster sale. It is $114 higher than the prior sale of $3,126. Ignore this second one. That's a BGS 9. So $3,240 jumps from $3,126, which is a jump from $3,024, which is a jump from $2,498. So this is a card that's on the move upward. That is the 1986 Best of the New Old Michael Jordan with 3 Pistons in the picture. And then over here to the left, we have a guy named Red Robbins. I don't know what's going on today. I don't know if this is some kind of sick joke where Randy Denton, Bird Averett, and Red Robbins are placed before me in the top 100 from the PWCC Weekly. But Red Robin is a freaking restaurant. It's Red Robin, and we have one of these at the local mall. And this dude's name is Red Robbins. If he's not the founder of that restaurant, then something is wrong in the world. But this 1972 Topps Red Robbins, not the restaurant, but the player who nobody remembers. And it looks like his shirt says Stars, but he plays for the Conquistadors. So once again, I don't know what was going on in these photo shoots. But Red Robbins and everything about him, it looks like he's got Phil Jackson's body. This Pop 1 sells for $3,240. I'm assuming it's a record. I don't really even need to look it up. In 1998, Dirk Nowitzki Platinum PSA 8. This is serial number to an arbitrary 66. Never ever seen a card numbered to 66, but this Dirk does $3,360. Of course, his hair was boy band luscious. And then again, here we are. Maybe the most ominous, disturbing, just shady van with no windows, potential kidnapper, Dave Twardzik, 1976, tall boy PSA 10, like a Frankenstein haircut. I have no idea how to even describe what I'm looking at, and here's the deal. It's a Pop 3. It sells for $3,360. But this is Dave Twardzik's, in his young years, he's perfectly normal looking. I went ahead and looked up Dave Twardzik. Something happened and he transitioned, sorry to use that word, but he transitioned into a normal looking human. This guy right here looks better at age whatever that is, let's say 60, than this young Dave Twardzik with his chest hair poking out there. Alvin Adams, much better player than you would recall, than you would think by looking at the picture. 1976 tall boy PSA 10 does $3,480. Look it up. Alvin Adams was a really good basketball player in the NBA in the late 70s, early 80s, and even mid 80s. 2020 Anthony Edwards. This is the Choice Prism green. Again, serial number 28. So we saw LaMelo sell for whatever. The Anthony Edwards sells for $3,720. Kind of want to look that up because I'm curious, because Anthony Edwards is kind of cruising in the upward direction. $2,520 for LaMelo, Pop 3. And then same grade, right? Yeah, PSA 9. $3,720 for Anthony Edwards. So LaMelo, get on the court, stay healthy, and let's see what you can do. 1996 Shaq Platinum Medallion. Not serial numbered, but very rare nonetheless. Tough pack odds, tough parallel. $3,720. It's a Pop 1. That's a big pickup for a Shaq PC collector. I'm currently in the process of, sadly, I know it's tough. It's not easy. I'm liquidating my Shaq PC, and I've sold a pretty... I've sold and or traded a pretty substantial, amount of value of Shaq 90s cards in the past maybe 30 to 45 days, and I'm still looking to liquidate those. If you're interested in some rare Shaq, high grade 90s cards, go ahead and message me. I've got a PWCC link I can share with you. You will see exactly what I have available. I'm looking to trade out of Shaq into more Michael Jordan cards that I do not currently have. So if you're interested in that, message me on IG. It's my channel. I guess I can try to get things done. 1980 Topps Bird Magic. This is a PSA 6, 10 for the auto. So unlike the other card, which we saw earlier for a fraction of the price, that was I think it was an authentic card, PSA 6 auto. This is a PSA 6 with a 10 for the auto. Very, very different piece. $37.20 for that one. We've got Norm Van Leer and then the biggest afro I've ever seen. These cards both go for $37.20. Look at the size of Darnell Hillman's afro. Tell me that doesn't affect your equilibrium. There's no way. But awesome afro, awesome card. I don't know much about Darnell Hillman or whether he was a good player because I was born 2 years before this, so I didn't get a chance to watch Darnell, but apparently he was on the Pacers. $3,720, and I know Jamal Wilkes is a player. When I was a kid, I had a Nerf goal set up in my basement in Louisville, Kentucky, and we would watch all the U of L games, all the U of K games when they came on national TV, and while my father was on the couch watching those games on probably CBS at the time, I had a Nerf hoop, and I would pretend to shoot. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but Jamal Wilkes slings the ball from behind his head. He kind of rolls it from his shoulder and then fires it off of his other shoulder. You should Google or YouTube Jamal Wilkes free throw shooting form. I used to tell my dad I want to shoot like Jamal Wilkes, and he's like, you will not shoot like Jamal Wilkes. You will shoot like Kyle Macy and Mark Price. And of course, I ended up being just as good a shooter as both of those guys. 1986 Fleer Dominique Wilkins sticker, PSA 10, a very rare sticker, very nice piece here. Really good looking card, deservedly got a 10 on that one, even though it's an old label. 3840, and then my accountant Swin Nader from the local fraternity at LSU, PSA 10. Actually, he was a really good player, I think. He was a big dude, I remember that much. 3,840, great name, by the way, Swin Nader. And then a dual autograph. This is a college deal. It's from 2013 Upper Deck Black, dual signatures. I think Rodman went to Southeast Oklahoma. Jordan went to, of course, North Carolina. Those two never played in college, thank God. 4,080 for that card. You would, if you want to really be surprised, go look at Rodman's college stats. The dude scored the hell out of it. It was really kind of shocking considering what he transitioned, again, there's that word, transitioned into as an NBA player. One of the greatest pound-for-pound rebounders of all time. 4,080 for this Exquisite Kevin Durant exclusive, serial number to 35. The 86 Olajuwon sticker does 4,320. And then right next to that, this is a card. This seems really, really cheap to me. This is not the serial number to 199. This is a great patch, especially in the 2. Serial number to 25 on card, Anthony Davis, BGS 9.5. It is a parallel serial number to 25. Pop 6, none graded higher, 4,440. That just seems really, really cheap. By the way, that Durant card is on a downward trend, to say the least. Here's that Anthony Davis card. I've got it sorted by price. Someone at one point for this exact same card paid $22,600. The one last night is right here, and it might even be the exact same card that sold for $13,000 in 2021. In fact, it is, because it's serial number 21. So this card, which sold in that crazy 2021 year in May for $13,200, just sold for $4,400, which is almost exactly 1/3 of the price. Just let that be known. Again, I'm not saying run out and collect Anthony Davis, but damn, the dude's a pretty good player. He's got a little bit of meat left on the bone, a little bit something left in the tank in his career. 4,400 for one of his best rookie cards in the world seems really, really low. An American flag patch, Kobe Bryant, serial number to 10, does 4,560. The Kareem, again, everybody's always guarded by Benoit Benjamin. It seems like every card in 86 Fleer, Benoit Benjamin or Otis Birdsong is somewhere in there. But this does 4,680 for that Kareem. I don't think I looked that one up. No, I looked up the Magic. Here's a LeBron 2017 Select Gold courtside, serial number to 10. It's a PSA 10. It's a Pop 5. That's 4,800. Another Durant Exquisite, serial number to 35. This is another patch auto, does 4,920. A Dwayne Wade 2003 Exquisite Noble nameplates, 8.5, which is about the standard grade for those cards. They're very tough to grade because they're thick and they're patchy. 4,920. The Bird PSA 10 does 5,000. The Magic PSA 10 right here with the PWCC sticker does 5,280. And I wanted to show you guys the value of a PWCC Eye Appeal sticker. Again, this is a top 30% sticker. So there's 5%, 15%, and then 30%. This is the A for, I can't remember what A stands for, above average maybe, 5,280. That is the highest of the last 24 sales over the last year. And again, it's the Eye Appeal sticker that has a lot to do with that sale. We've got nope, not going to talk about him on this channel. 1997 Topps Chrome Duncan Refractor PSA 10 does 5,520. We've got that one pulled up for sure because that's an important card. That is sort of Duncan's go-to flagship rookie card. Of course, you know, greening oftentimes the issue on 96 and 97 Chrome specifically. This card not too far off the number. The last 3 sales, and again, it's only a Pop 107. It's got a 25% gem rate, which strikes me as very high, higher than I would have suspected. 59.55, 6,300, 55.20. So not too far off the number. Again, greening an issue. This top to bottom centering is not great for a PSA 10. Keep that in mind. Another bird sticker. Apparently there was an 86 Fleer PSA 10 sticker set break. Somebody didn't have the Jordan because the Jordan doesn't show up. Maybe it's going to be in the premiere, which I'm going to do a preview of later today. You'll see it on the Cajun Cardboard channel, which reminds me, now is a great time. If you're interested in the PWCC website, buying or selling, get into my YouTube channel description and read. There's two ways that you can support this channel and the content that I put out there on a relatively incomparably consistent basis. If you're buying or selling with PWCC, or you're interested in learning more about it, read my YouTube description. There's ways that you can do that and still support the Cajun Cardboard channel at no expense of yours. But this bird sticker in part of a clear set break, because we've seen the Neek, we've seen the Olajuwon, we've seen the He Who Shall Not Be Named. Now here we see the bird, does 5,520. We've got a Don Smith, Adrian Smith, no relation between those guys. And then Clyde Lee here, 5880, 5760, 5520. Those are all PSA 9s doing big numbers for those 1969 tall boys. Here's another PSA 10, Magic outselling Bird, 6,000. And then another Durant, 2007. Some big Durant rookie cards in here that you could have picked up for, I don't want to say pennies, because $6,300 is a lot of money. But this is a patch auto from Exquisite. And it is serial number 25, and it's a rookie, and it's a two-color patch, and it's on card, and this is a big card, man. 6,300. Again, let's see what Durant and Beal and Booker and Ayton and those folks can do in Phoenix this year. High expectations, no depth. I'm pretty sure Bull's on the team. I might be wrong about that, but that might be what puts him over the top. 2009 National Treasure, Century of Materials, NBA tags. This is a one-of-one masterpiece, semi-logo man, LeBron parallel. 6,600 for that one. Seems affordable. Every week I think I mentioned that I think this guy looks sort of like a Nick Van Exel, not quite as high. 1969 tall boy PSA 9 again. And then Walt Bellamy was a player, dude. Walt Bellamy was a hell of a player. That's a pop 2, none higher in a PSA 9. 6,600. I looked that one up. The last time that card sold was in June, and it sold for 3,000. And then here on the PWCC Weekly, it fetches 6,600 just a few months later. Damn, 3 months later, double your money and then some, even after PWCC seller fees. That's a big time sale right there for that Walt Bellamy PSA 9. The electrifying Jordan PSA 10. This is the first big Jordan PSA 10 insert that we've seen in this PWCC Weekly, which struck me as unusual because we've been seeing those cards sell because the prices are running recently. I've got it pulled up in Card Ladder. It's a pop 75. It's actually down from the last sale. So maybe this is a sign that people are going to start to chill a little bit with the PSA 10 premiums that they're placing on these Jordan inserts. Again, I don't know how much the Cajun Cardboard MJ Hierarchy project has to do with this recent run of PSA 10s. We don't see the 9s, the BGS 9.5s, the BGS 9s, even the PSA 8s running quite to the same extent, but the PSA 10s are going bananas. This is a big card, okay? The electrifying is a big card, especially in PSA 10. 19% gem rate was a little bit higher than I thought it would be, but a pop 76 comes down about, $800 from the last sale. Again, it's still over the last year in a market that's allegedly resetting. Jordan's saying F you to the market reset, up 64%. Even though it dipped 800 from the last sale. So keep that in mind. A Jordan PSA 8 does 6,900. Jim Fox, sly like a fox, old Jim, 6,900 for that PSA 10. Again, 1969 tall boy PSA 9 doing big numbers. And that is a PSA 9 pop 10 none higher. So keep that in mind. Those guys that chase that PSA set registry tag and want to move up on the registry, if there's none higher, then the 9 becomes the 10, and that's why you see numbers like 6,900. Hot Shots Jordan BGS 9.5 Gem Plus with 2 10s sells for $7,200. Of course, I'm going to look that card up. Right, cha. Pop 118. Look at this jump. The last sale was $43.20. The 2 subgrades mean something, but the last sale was in February. We know Jordan cards have moved since then. All Jordan cards, even non-PSA 10s, jumping from $43.20 all the way up to 7,200, just shy of a $3,000 jump. The card's up 4.86% over the last year. If we look at it over the last 6 months, we can't do it. Never mind. I'd have to do a custom. That's a pop 118 cards. A few more of those out there than I thought. The James Harden. This is a James Harden true RPA, serial number to 99. Great patch. Autograph card, pop 2. There's only 7 PSA 10s. Wait until you see this insanity. Give me there. Here we go. 7,500 for this sale. The last sale of this card was almost exactly 9 months ago, and it was $30,000. So this card has drastically dropped, we'll say that, to exactly 1/4 of what it was worth in January of 2022. Interesting result there for all of you Harden collectors. 2013 Immaculate Collection Kobe Patch Auto does 7,800. The Neek PSA 10. We talked about Mullen PSA 10 being one of the lower pop Hall of Famers. Neek as well. 7,800 for that Neek. PSA 10 from 86 Fleer, the greatest and most collectible set in basketball history. 2014 Flawless Triple Auto, Kobe, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant on card, serial number to 20. It's raw, 8,400. And then we've got a 2009 Rookie Logo Man. And again, it's not a 1 of 1, but it's serial numbered out of 5. And it is a BGS 9.5. And it's Harden, who is one of the greatest scorers of all time, mercurial to say the least, and kind of pissy and whiny, and difficult to get to behave and be part of a team. It appears. I don't know what's going to happen with him in Philadelphia. 10,000. I say just get him the hell out of there and let Tyrese Maxey, eat. 10,200 for this Harden Logo Man, serial number to 5. This is the worst. In my opinion, this is the worst purchase of the night. I'm going to offend somebody. Hopefully, you already don't like me and you're not one of my friends, and I'm going to lose you as a viewer. But this is a terrible purchase. This is the 1998 Skybox Premium Soul of the Game. Great card, great player, perfect grade. 13,800 for this card is just inorganic. I don't know how else to say it, and let me show you why. I've got it pulled up. Here's the last 2 sales. 3,360 in 2022, and if you think the card's gone up from then and it should be sold for more, that's fine. It's a pop 10. It's Kobe Bryant, probably the second or third most collectible player in the history of our hobby, most collected player. I guess Steph somewhere in there, but Jordan, a clear-cut 1. LeBron, Kobe, and Steph in some order. Either way, this is a great insert, great card. It's a pop 10. It's got a crazy low gem rate. I get all these things. This is great. But the Kobe selling for 13,800 when the Jordan sells for 5,600 doesn't make a lot of sense to me. That's just my personal opinion. You can let me know in the comments what you think. And again, I know it's pop 10 versus pop 57 or whatever for the Jordan, but that seems a little bit extreme to me. And here we are on Murderer's Row, or Rushmore, or whatever you want to call it, the top 3. We've got a Jordan 86 Fleer PSA 9 that does 16,800. And I thought it was probably a good time to take a look and see what the Jordan 86 Fleer 57 PSA 9 market's doing. Because for high-end collectors, that's probably where you're going to stop unless you're nuts and you want to chase that 10, which is somewhere in the 150 to 200,000 range. PSA 9 is a huge pop, 2,947. This one last night sold for, what did we say, 16,800. That is, over the last 3 months, we've seen this card sell 38 times. It's still down 10% over the last 3 months. Over the last 1 month, it's actually flat. Over the last 6 months, it's down 17%. Over the last year, it's actually up. So I don't know what's going on. I know this. If you're buying a Jordan PSA 9, the age of the label matters. The actual card matters. If you're buying BGS, the subgrades matter. The color matters. Specifically, the centering really, really, really matters. So not all PSA 9s are created equal. You can look at this and make your own judgment of whether you think it's centered and the edges and the corners and the surface look great. 16,800 is about on the number. And then right next to it, the lowest pop card from the 1986 Fleer set in PSA 10. This is not Karl Malone. This is not Moses Malone. This is Jeff Malone, who's actually a really good scorer for the Washington Bullets and the Jazz from the 80s. 19,800 is a crazy number for that Jeff Malone card, I know, but I think I sold mine for somewhere in the mid-20,000s when I liquidated my set, if I'm not mistaken. But look at what this Jeff Malone card has done over the last year in comparison to the Jordan PSA 9. It's up 146%. Now, here's the deal. The card came way down from 34,000 back here in October of 2021. I'm pretty sure one of these is my sale. It might have been the 22.8. No, that couldn't have been right. That can't be right. It was probably, maybe that was it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember where mine was. I can't remember. But it's a pop 67, so very low pop. Look at the gem rate, 2.58%. If you submitted 100, I promise you're not getting 2.5 PSA 10s back if you tried to match that gem rate today. But the card's down a lot over the last 2 years, but look what it's done. It's hit the bottom and started to run back then some. This card actually outsold the last sale, which was a PWCC A sticker for $18,600. So interesting results right there. And then right here, we've got the winner. The big winner is, no surprise, this is the way God intended. Michael Jordan winning the PWCC Weekly Auction number, because these stupid pop-ups are in the way, number 86. Great looking 3-color patch, 15 zillion breaks, on-card auto, 10 for the auto, BGS 9 with a 9.5 surface. This is a pop 27. There's only 2 9.5s out there, 21,600. This exquisite auto patch is serial numbered to 100, and I've got some interesting results here. This card just recently sold. And when I mean this card, I don't mean another copy of it. I mean this exact card just sold on Golden in June for $21,606. Same serial number, 33 out of 100. Pippen's number, ironically. Hopefully they can get that patched up. But I don't know what's going to go on with Jordan's kid and Pippen's ex-wife. 21,606. So the card's selling about what we expect it to, right? If you look at these sales, 21.6, 21.6, 21.6, 21.6. So that's great. But I thought it was interesting that it just sold on Golden June 28th. And here it is just a couple months later selling on PWCC. Exact same card, same patch, same serial number for 21,600. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about this auction in general. How about some of these photos? How about this card right here? How about the fact there's a human being named Red Robbins who played basketball in the NBA? How about Dave Twardzik, yes, transitioning into a normal human being? All of these are the types of things that you see when you watch the Cajun Cardboard PWCC weekly recaps every single Monday morning. As always, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate the support, the messages, the comments, the engagement. Let me know what you think about some of these sales. Let me know what you think about some of the player movement, the Durant stuff, the 86 Fleer, PSA 10 seemingly finding a floor. Let me know what you think about what you saw in today's PWCC weekly number 85 auction results. And again, if you want to support the channel, there's 4 ways to do it. The easiest way is to click the PayPal link and support the channel in that way. Those people who support the channel in any of those 4 ways, whether it's through homage, affiliate link, whether it's through PWCC buying, PWCC selling using my promo code Cajun, all caps CAJUN, or just clicking the PayPal link and throwing some money at the channel to help support me and what I do. Any of those ways are great ways to support the Cajun Cardboard channel. I do giveaways quite often now. I'm going to start doing them at an even higher clip, and I'm going to give away certain cards, certain homage shirts to those people that have either contributed through one of those 4 ways. And so those people will be entered into a drawing. On these giveaways, we have this little miniature wheel, and you can see everybody's names, so you know I'm not cheating. It's not like I'm sending it to my friends. Scott McCarthy was recently a winner of, and look, I've even got it right here. Scott, make sure you message me a Victor Wembanyama rookie card, and it's a PSA 4, and you can laugh about that, but if you've seen these cards, you know those cards do not perforate nicely from the Sports Illustrated for kids. So that's just one example of recently I did a nice little bundle giveaway of some homage shirts. So you're going to see some great stuff on the Cajun Cardboard channel. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you guys have a great week in the hobby. You should be watching this on a Monday if you're on schedule and you've hit the bell icon to get notifications of when new videos come up. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.